for this review, I'm going to take a look at this watch. This is the K37 Smartwatch. This one is branded with the Meland name, M-E-L-A-N-D. So I'm going to open the box, show you what comes out of the box, take a first look at this thing, and then go wear it for a week or so, and then come back with my full, fair, and honest review. Comes with an instruction manual, a user manual. It will have the ever familiar magnetic snap-on charger that will go onto the back. And if you notice, this is reminding you to peel off this protective film off the sensor, so this thing actually works the way it should. You would be surprised how many comments I get on this channel and people say the watch didn't work well. Well, guess what? They forgot to take that film off. This is a GPS. This is one of the least expensive GPS watches I could find on AliExpress. It's got that military look. It's got a 480 milliamp hour battery. It will do heart rate. It's IP68 waterproof. It's got a 360 by 360 pixel HD screen. It's 1.32 inches. It's got 20 plus sports modes, and it has an SpO2 sensor, or blood oxygen saturation. So that's what it looks like. It's got two buttons here. You've got the back, and there's another little sticker I'll peel off here, some sort of quality sticker. And this looks like it'll have red and green diodes along with the white diode, and that's about it. I think it's a pretty good looking watch. I'm gonna go charge it, wear it for a week, and through the magic of editing, come back with my full, fair, and honest review. Alright, so I am back after wearing this watch for about a week, and I'm gonna go right into the settings here. And we're going to turn that brightness all the way up. I usually turn it all the way down to save battery life, so I'll put it back up to 5 here. And if we go into this wake mode, it'll stay on for 5 minutes. That will help me through this review. But it's got a very big, beautiful display. The watch, if you can see from this angle, it sits away from the wrist. It's a bit tall, but that's a good thing. That usually means it has a massive battery in there. And I've been very, very impressed with the battery life on this watch. It is very good. It's still at 86% charge, and I usually do not keep this tethered with Bluetooth. I only turn that on to sync with my phone. And as you saw, I usually turn the display all the way down to save battery life. So I tend to be very energy conscious when it comes to smartwatches, to get them to last as long as possible. Very impressed with this watch. If you press and hold the main face here, you can get into some other smartwatch faces. And there are many more in the app that you can take a look at. So very nice faces in here. Here is your heart rate in beats per minute. It will do this continuously. You can take an SpO2 measurement, that's blood oxygen saturation. And I'm going to turn this sideways again, and you'll see it has both the green and the red diodes in there. So it's really only the higher end of these cheaper low-end smartwatches that have the red diode in there as well. These measurements have been working well for me. I moved around, I pulled it away from my wrist, but let's let this go and see if it gets this measurement okay. It will either fail and ask me to do it again, or it will actually take the measurement. Let's see which it is. These take about 30 seconds. I haven't actually timed how long they take, but they're not all that terribly long. You'll notice some full screws around the case here, and there's my 98% blood oxygen saturation. But it's got that rugged military look. It's two buttons on here, the on button and the back button here. If we press that, it does indeed take us back a screen. Okay, so heart rate, SpO2. There is your sleep tracking, and we'll get into that more in the app, but it does a fairly decent job here. You can pull in the weather when tethered with your phone via Bluetooth. It will get the weather from your phone. It gives you a calorie burn estimate, steps for the day, standing time for the day. And that's it in terms of watch faces. Swipe up, you get into the settings. It's got that vibration intensity that you can set. It's got the display to stay on or turn it off. You can lock it. Here are your settings. You can get into watch faces here, set your brightness, vibration intensity. Okay, auto lock, system settings. You can reboot, you can turn it off, you can do a factory reset. There's your QR code to scan and download the app. And then let's swipe up a little bit more, and there's that K37 Smartwatch designation. Okay, so let's go back to the main screen. If we swipe down, it will give you your SMS messages, and in this case, it's actually feeding in some messages from some of my other apps to let me know what's going on. This works well. Again, it does this one tethered with your phone via Bluetooth. If you swipe from right to left to right, it just gets you through those settings again. It's a very beautiful looking display. It's a very beautiful looking watch. It's been very comfortable on the wrist. And I'm going to take this bad boy off for a second and show you that the little band keepers in here have little notches in them. And that will slip right into that band and keep that flappy end from flapping off when you're wearing it, which I really like that a lot. So just soak this watch in, guys. It's a beautiful watch, and it is, like I said, the cheapest GPS watch I could possibly find on AliExpress. I paid $25.15 for it. This bad guy is selling right now for $23.11. Let's go look at the app. I'll come back with my final thoughts and then render my final opinion. And we get a little lucky here, folks. So I just missed it, but when I went into the app, it synced the data and it was updating the GPS. So this is still actively receiving updates. Let's look at the app. It is called InfoWare. I've reviewed this app before with previous smartwatches. I like the app. It's laid out nicely. Here's a freestyle workout I did in the gym after work today. It gives you your continuous heart rate throughout the duration of that exercise or that workout. Gives you your average heart rate in beats per minute, your maximum heart rate in beats per minute, and your minimum heart rate in beats per minute, your estimated kilocalorie burn throughout that workout. And if you go into the detail, it will give you your total exercise time, and it'll give you the amount spent in various heart rate ranges. That's about it there. All right, so here's a hike I did on U.S. Thanksgiving. I designated it as walking. It gave me my estimated kilocalorie burn, the duration, 2 hours and 15 minutes, my average pace. All right, it shows the map. There's my GPS tracks of the hike I took. That was, over 6 miles, I believe. So it does a really good job of tracking where you were. Here's your graph of the heart rate, your pace, your stride frequency, and you can get into some level of detail here. And it just gives you lots of good information. Warm-up time, fat burning stage, aerobic, anaerobic, and your limit of heart rate. And it does a really good job with GPS. There you go, is 6.32 miles. So it's a really good GPS system too. You can get into device settings. Here is your dial center if you wanted to put different watch faces on here. You can change various settings. Here are your weather settings. If you want to sync that to the watch and push your weather to the phone, that's where you turn that on. So I'll go ahead and do that. Shake the watch to take photos. Find your device. If you lose your device, this will help you find it. And then you have some personal settings in here. Your unit settings, you can change it from imperial to metric. And just there's a lot of customizations you can do here. The appearance, you can change different color schemes or light and dark schemes. It's a good app. It's a good basic app. It's easy to read. It's easy to navigate. It gives you comprehensive information. Let's go back to the watch and I'll give you my final opinions. All right, so from the main screen, if we press that button again, here's where you get into your activities. Now, it's somewhat limited on the number of activities you have available here. You've got running, you've got indoor running, outdoor cycling, and it's not the most responsive screen. So you might see me swiping a couple times to get it to go. It's not as sensitive as some others I've seen, but there's outdoor walking, skiing, cycling, freestyle, basketball, ping pong. All right, you get the idea. And that's it right there. I think that's like 20 modes, maybe 20 plus, but there's not an overwhelming number of workout modes. All right, from this screen, here's your activities for the day. There are all my activities that I've recorded. All right, here was a walking. That was that hike I did. And it gives you all much the same information that you get from the app. but right on the watch. So you can look at that as soon as you're done with your activity and get your stats without having to sync it to the phone. There's the statistics for the day and blood oxygen saturation, heart rate, sleep tracking. It gives you your deep sleep, light sleep, and it does a good job with that. Here's that weather push from your phone. There's my weather here today locally, my wind, rain probability, percent humidity, and it'll give me the forecast for the next few days. So Saturday looks like a high of 53, partly sunny or overcast. Looks like a day to go kayaking, so I'm looking forward to Saturday. Music controller, you can control the music from on your smartphone, from the watch when tethered via Bluetooth. Stopwatch, countdown timer, and here you get into some settings again, back to the beginning. So it's a big, beautiful display. It's got great battery life, and I'm going to say my final opinion here. Right now, this guy is selling on AliExpress for $23.11. I'm not here to tell you it is the best smartwatch on earth, but I believe my job and duty as a reviewer is to tell you whether it's worth the money, and I say a huge heck yes on this one. A good GPS watch for under 25 bucks? You got to be kidding me. It's almost unheard of. It's an excellent value. It's a very good outdoor rugged GPS watch. You can see the band is easily replaceable. I believe that's the 22 millimeter band. Great looking watch. I like it. It's actually one I'm going to keep as a backup because I like it so much. It feels good. It fits good. It's got wonderful battery life. There you go. This channel is all about kayaking and health and fitness, and I do these smartwatch reviews as a way to monetize this site. So the only way I can really do that is if you engage with this channel in some way, like a video, leave a comment, or subscribe. I've got a fitness tracker and smartwatch playlist on my YouTube channel, so go check all those out. I've done over 100 of them now. You can click the little button on this page that says thanks, and you can drop me $1 or whatever you have in your heart that helps keep all of this going. This is all really to support my kayaking business. I built high-end racing and fitness kayaks. Those kayaks are called Westside Boat Shop kayaks. You can check all those out at davethekayaker.com. And I'll be back soon with a fresh smartwatch review. Next up, I've got the ZBlaze Vibe 7 Pro, and then after that, I'm going to have my very first Samsung Galaxy watch. So stay tuned, subscribe, like this video, and I'll be back soon. Stay healthy, stay fit, and be good.
When you want an extraordinary racing kayak made in the finest American tradition, or maybe just own a piece of American kayaking history, you want a Westside Boat Shop kayak, now available from davethekayaker.com. Westside Boat Shop kayaks. The tradition continues.